We're here today with more than 30 different organisations looking at accelerating autonomous light passenger vehicles in Australia. I'm really excited about this. Customer Central as a space is set up to help the transport cluster bring whole bunches of stakeholders together to solve really complex problems. And today's a great example of that, where we've got 30 different organisations coming together to look at what are we going to do for the next couple of years to really accelerate light passenger vehicle automation.
When it comes to automated vehicles, I'm just really excited about the safety that they can bring, and also the idea that you could go for a long drive somewhere and you could just relax a lot more. It'll be a lot less strenuous. And then the other idea that's really fascinating is this idea of whether we'll need to own cars into the future.
It blows my mind when I think back that only a couple of years ago we were looking at it on 10-year, 15-year horizons, and now we're looking at services that are already operating in some countries today.
Autonomous vehicles are eventually going to be the only vehicles that we have. This is the direction things are going. One of the key questions is how quickly we will get there.
Connected and autonomous vehicles aren't something of the future, they're here today. Level 2 technology already exists in many cars that are on the market, with Level 3 expected as soon as next year, with Audi's A8 planned to be released into the market. With transport, Telstra, IAG and our partners at HMI, we already have a Level 4 shuttle that's operating at Sydney Olympic Park, the first of those trials in New South Wales, and I think there's a lot more to come over the next 5 or 10 years.
I think where it's going to make a huge difference is that first last mile, whether that be for passenger transport or for freight. How can we make it easier to get our packages and parcels and people to and from a mass transit network?
At Hyundai Motor Company, we're working towards introducing smart technology now in our vehicles, so we can start the journey towards full autonomous vehicles.
Zero emissions, zero crashes. So when you take that particular context, AVs, autonomous vehicles, have an absolute central role to play in that going forward.
Really excited about some of the discussion that's been happening around V2X, so vehicle to things, and what kind of connectivity would be required to be able to enable that.
Essentially, we've built, as you might have seen behind us, a big timeline looking at what everyone's doing in the space of automation, and everybody's really engaged with that process. And then we moved into a section where we're having some pretty detailed, in-depth conversations about certain topics, and by the end of the day we hope to produce a few key projects that this collective of people will work together on. So I'm really excited about the call-outs that are coming through, particularly around the need for collaboration and the need to fundamentally change how some of these groups work together, bringing automotive manufacturers together and having really close relationships with government. And that's just the business I'm in, so I'm really excited to hear other people calling out for that.
This is the sort of stuff that I think when you're in industry you crave. You love being able to come in, speak directly to people in government, speak with other actors in industry and academia. You really sort of start seeing new perspectives and hearing about new services and opportunities that are coming out. It's the sort of event that we wish happened more often.
What's really exciting is that opportunity to generate or bounce ideas off other people, and then you get something even better as a result. So I'm finding that really invigorating.
It's been challenging in many ways, forcing me to think well outside the box, which is great. I love a good challenge.
I think it's critical to have collaboration events like this. The way the industry works, there's so much change that we're anticipating. We can't expect any single organisation to solve it all by themselves.
I think industry collaboration is absolutely essential. It's really important to hear from regulators, from academics and from others, so that we can work in a genuine partnership in order to make these changes happen.
What's excited me is that we have a particularly interesting group of stakeholders here, and I think that adds real reality and tangibility to our discussions.
Can't be enough of this. We are interacting with the full suite of stakeholders, from regulators to the consumers, across the full spectrum. So today, and the way it's been run, very good, really very good.
We know the technology is going to have great safety and mobility benefits for people, so we want to do everything we can to bring it on as quick as we can, really. We want to make sure we're doing it safely, but the people who really have the knowledge about this technology is the industry. It's the automakers, it's also academics, it's a full range of people, and that's who we want to be working with. So today's all about getting everyone's ideas, working together and coming up with some really exciting projects for us to work on in the next couple of years.